Hello and welcome to this SauceCon talk about all the performance improvements that we're making at Sauce Labs coming in 2022. I'm Mike Donovan, our VP of Product here, and joining me throughout the presentation will be Jaron Ahiska, a Group Product Manager, and Jack Higgins, a Product Manager here. Um, Before we jump into those performance improvements, I did want to talk about some statistics, some of the statistics that show the real growth of our platform in Sauce Labs. In the course of 2021, we've had close to a billion tests run in Sauce Labs, a tremendous amount of growth over the course of that year, week over week. Our weekly average of tests in 2021, close to 20 million, which already is increasing by 20% in 2022 so far. And then the amount of different testing environments that we've added brings us up past 1,600 unique combinations of browser and OSs. So the scale of our solution has been growing tremendously. It's also been growing on the real device side. So we have customers adopting testing across two and more different types of real devices. We've seen tremendous growth in the amount of testing done on real devices from 2020 to 2021, 350%. And then on average, we're seeing over close to 450,000 tests run on real devices in 2022. So we've really seen a tremendous amount of growth in both our desktop and our real device testing. This growth that we're seeing, though, still brings with it challenges where testing from our customers, where testing is still considered the friction point. This GitLab survey results from 2021 show that teams are adopting more testing. The rate of their adoption of testing across their pipeline is increasing, but it's still fairly low. And this is due to the fact that testing is still considered a major friction point for adoption. And this is exactly why we're looking to speed up testing and the adoption of testing in our platform. Our approach, we're going to go through some of the updates, enhancements we're going to be making in 2022 for our platform to make testing faster in Sauce Labs. But our approach that we can, when we're thinking about how to make testing better, is we want to find enhancements that require our customers to make no code changes, yet receive the maximum performance gains. This way, you can adopt those. You can receive the performance improvements without needing to change anything. It's just things that we're doing behind the scenes to help make your life better. So today, what we're going to cover, and you're going to hear from some of my colleagues, we're going to cover live testing enhancements to our video streaming capabilities. You're going to hear about enhancements we're making to our real device cloud for both the public and private devices. And we're also going to give you an early look at how we're enhancing our Mac cloud. So without further ado, I'll hand it off to Sharon to go over live testing.
Hi, my name is Ceren Ahıska, and I'm the Group Product Manager of Low Code, No Code Solutions at Sauce Labs. Sauce Labs live testing application is a no code solution that enables non technical users to run manual tests. Our users can reproduce the digital experience of their customers on hundreds of real and virtual devices. Live testing enables debugging both mobile and web applications by letting users interact with the devices. And because of its easy to adopt nature, it is widely used by even in the early phases of the product development. And we observe that majority of our users are trying manual testing before starting to adopt automated testing solutions that are offered by Sauce Labs. Today, there are over 10,000 manual tests run on both real and virtual devices. It doesn't stop us from continuously listening to our users. We know that manual testing is a repetitive task and our users want to use their time efficiently. Um, That's why their expectations from us is having a performant tool that enables them to execute their test faster to fulfill their primary needs. Um, so with this in mind, we just go back to the basics this year and take a look at our streaming solutions. And we did major improvements on our streaming technology. Let me just show you a video to so that you can see what we came up so far. On the left hand side of the screen, you see a streaming with our current technology. However, on the right hand side, you see our new streaming solution, but after adopting WebRTC technology. After adopting this solution, our streaming quality immensely improved. And as you can see on the video, we are able to show you more frames per second. And what it means is that it significantly reduces the latency issues, and that in fact enables you to interact with the devices um, more in a more responsive manner. We are very excited to roll out this new technology to our users. And then we will continue making further improvements on real devices, where my colleagues will soon be explaining to you more in detail. And we will be focusing on the responsiveness on virtual devices.
Thanks for that, Jaren. Really exciting stuff coming from live testing world. Next up is Jack Higgins, who's going to tell us all about what we're doing to improve the real device cloud.
Hello, my name is Jack Higgins. I'm a product manager here at Sauce Labs. I'm responsible for mobile device infrastructure, and that's both on the real devices side and on the virtual devices side. So, Android emulators, iOS simulators, and real physical devices. Today, I'm going to talk to you about performance in our real device cloud. So, first, let me give you a little introduction about what is the Sauce Labs real device cloud. So, across our data centers, both in the EU and the US, we have thousands of devices which are racked up and ready for our customers to use for any of their testing needs. We have Apple devices running iOS. We have more than 20 Android manufacturers' devices in stock. That's both phones and tablets. In total, there's over 600 unique device models that you can test on. And across the different versions of iOS and Android over the various years, we have over 100 operating system versions that you can use. That also includes a very wide variety of testing possibilities, including live testing that was referred to earlier on, and automated tests using Appium, XUI Test, Espresso, and other frameworks. And all of that at a massive scale with up to 76,000 tests run per day across our EU and US data centers. So we've been listening to our customers, and one thing that everybody wants is more speed. They want more performance. They want their tests to run faster, to start faster, and to complete faster, so you get your results faster. So we're doing a couple of things this year. We have this big performance focus, and I'm going to tell you about 3 items that we're doing. So first off, we're going to be adding a new data center for our real devices. That's in US East, in Atlanta, in Georgia. Very nice place. That's probably coming in Q3 2022. So we will have thousands more devices in a location which is closer to our East Coast customers, giving lower latency, higher performance, and access to more devices. We're also optimizing our tech stack because we want our tests to start faster and finish faster. We're also giving you more tools to help you manage your concurrency so that specifically for private device customers, your users will have access to the private devices you need for your testing when you need them. And for organization administrators, you'll be able to see who's using the devices and when. So you might ask, what happens when you start a real device test on Sauce Labs? We have a couple of steps that need to happen at the beginning of the session, and each one of these is something we're looking at to optimize the performance this year, so your test will start faster and complete faster. So we kind of break this down into 5 sections. So first of all, you, through the live testing interface, or maybe if you're using an automation framework through the test capabilities, you're selecting one of our device types. What our system is going through all of our devices, finding the right device for the test and allocating it to you for that period of time. Next of all, we have an instrumentation phase. So we need to do certain things to prepare your app to run on our infrastructure. This is something I'm going to refer to a little bit later on, and we've already had some major performance improvements just on this step. Next of all, we look at the testing framework that you're going to be using. So Appium is the most popular with our customers, but other automation frameworks have similar steps. This involves initiating a session, installing the app on the device, and then taking over control of the device, and then beginning the test run. The next thing that happens is your test executes. So this is where your script provided to us is going through its various steps, performing actions on the device within the app, collecting the results, and then your app runs. So next up, finally, at the end, we collect your test results, and then we make those accessible to you through the test results interface. And then we tear down the test, we clean the device, and we make sure that it's ready for the next user to use. So we're going to look at the instrumentation step on Android as one example of an area where we've had major performance gains already. I'm going to show you a little video clip here that shows the difference between the old experience and the new one using our live testing interface. And in this case, we've been able to reduce the test start time from 45 seconds down to just 20 seconds for a sample app that we use in Sauce Labs for our internal testing. So this change, as you can see the little timer clicking there. So this change is actually just an example, but it's going to improve the experience for up to 98% of our Android customers' tests. And our data is indicating that we are seeing performance gains of up to 90% in certain cases with this improvement. So you can see on the right, after 20 seconds with the improved app, it's already started. And over on the left, it's just going and going and going. But you won't have to experience that anymore because you're going to get those performance gains from now on. So next I'm going to talk about the private device cloud, which is within the real device cloud at Sauce Labs. Private device cloud is a popular option for our enterprise customers. We have over 250 larger enterprise customers using this feature. Over 2,300 private devices that are only accessible to those customers. And it's a popular option for our US customers. So we have 72% of our private devices are actually used by customers in the US and about 28% by our customers in the EU. For these larger enterprise customers, with a large number of private devices in their organization, you can have contention between users in the org who are trying to access the same private devices. Those devices may have specific configurations for particular apps that those customers use. They may have specific device configurations, specific OS configurations, and they're quite precious. They're private devices just for your org, so they do have some importance. So what we're doing is we want to make sure that the users in those organizations can always have access to those private devices when they need them. This is key for the organization administrators as well to see which teams and which users in the org are making use of those devices. So we have a new feature, which is called private device management, and that gives you control over who can use the private devices and when. As you see, so organization admins have visibility on who's using the devices, and engineers, testers, and QAs, they know that those devices are available when they need them. So it's very simple to access this option. Visit the account dropdown, then click on team management, and then on the next page, we're going to see the new devices panel. So the devices panel is listing all of the private devices within your organization. And what you can see next to each one of them is the device ID, you have the operating system version, and now you have a team option as well. So what you could do is from the dropdown, just select one of these teams. You can choose none, meaning everyone in your organization can use that device, or you can pick a team name, meaning that only the users who are within that team can have access to the device. It makes it very simple and very visual to see who's making use of that device, and it makes it very easy for people on that team to know that they have access when they need it. We've also been studying the metrics, and we've seen that customers making use of this feature see that on average, their private device sessions get started about 12% faster. So it's reducing the time that you have to wait for the device to free up and become available. So there's a nice little benefit, there's visibility, and there's speed there as well. So in conclusion, we have some great stuff coming this year. We have some great new performance benefits. More devices in our new region in the US East. We have better performance, so your tests are going to start faster and they're going to complete faster. And also more control, so that you'll know what your teams are using and when.
Thanks, Jack. That was great stuff coming from the Real Device Cloud. I think it's going to really help our customers. Last but not least, we want to go over some major enhancements we're making to our Mac Cloud. to really improve the performance of testing there. First off, so let's start with some statistics. We run over 25 million monthly average tests in our platform on Mac alone. We've got over 125 unique combinations of Mac OS, Safari, and iOS combinations that we enable customers to test in. And then we're constantly getting hit with tests with close to 40,000 tests per hour just run on our Mac infrastructure alone. So again, speaking to the scale of our testing infrastructure, specifically the demand for Mac is large and growing. This scale comes with challenges, of course, right? So we are seeing very dynamic test loads from our customers, and we have to dynamically scale to meet those customer needs. So that's a big challenge. We also need to be able to provide cost-effective virtualized Mac environments that perform well, right? And so balancing cost effectiveness with performance is really a daily challenge that we face. And the Mac ecosystem changes regularly with fairly major advancements in their hardware that impacts our cloud, and we have to keep pace with it. So these challenges are ones that we're facing head on, and we're excited to show you some new enhancements we're making to our virtualized infrastructure, which actually is all about enabling para-virtualized graphics acceleration in our virtualized environments. We'll let the video play here to go through some of this. But what you're seeing here is a para-virtualized virtual machine where it's running an iOS simulator, and you're able to see right here on the left what that new environment looks like, and on the right you're seeing how it works without para-virtualized graphics. So it's much slower. This is an example of of Apple Maps loading in one of these para-virtualized environments. Works very well, shows the entire map, responds well. In a non-para-virtualized environment, the map does not even load. So this is a big impact to customers. You're also seeing some graphics acceleration with 3D. So for our gaming customers, that can be a really big benefit. And again, on the left, you're seeing the para-virtualized world, and on the right, it's opposite. And then this also helps with our video streaming capabilities, our video playback capabilities. So that's what you're seeing now is what it looks like with para-virtualized. On the top right, you're seeing the lag that happens because of it. And this is all something that we're excited to bring to market in 2022. So that concludes the presentation for today. I hope you're as excited to experience some of these performance enhancements just as we are to bring them to market. We're here to answer any of the questions that you might have, and look forward to chatting more about this.